Hey there, guys, and thanks for the questions that keep coming in. So, another one I got was lateralis pain. For you that don't know what that is, basically your quads, the one that's on the outside. Have I experienced this before? Yes. Most of the time for me, when it's sort of like feeling, in that region, it's generally my ITB band or move further up, TFL, tensor fascial lato, that is quite tight. For me, I found the primary culprit for bringing upon that sort of pain was front squats with poor form. And what I mean by poor form, trying to catch the quick spring at the base of the rep and then letting my knees buckle in on the way up. I found if I squat and really take my time, press my knees out to the side, squat, with a pretty decent, tempo down and up. But when I get to the base position, not trying to sort of spring out the base and, use momentum to launch me out the base, found if I took my time, slight pause, press the knees out to the side and stand up, I never really had that issue in terms of pain. As soon as I let my form get sloppy, and same with traditional squats, I sort of get a little bit of knee pain, my ITB, lateralis, TFL, all the way up to sort of my hip starts to feel, tight and sore as well. And I can sort of like press into the part of my hip on the side and I can sort of feel some deep DOMs and something that doesn't quite feel right. That's if I let my technique get away from me. In terms of, preventing that and sort of rehabbing from that, I found foam rolling over the area, sort of giving myself a bit of a deep tissue massage, worked really well, helped relieve the pain. And then also squatting lightweight, but just with really good form and teaching, or reteaching my body how to move correctly, and then pumping a whole lot of blood into the area with the movement that originally sort of aggravated it. That's what I found worked really well for relieving myself of that sort of issue. Another question that I got was bracing, and sort of that goes hand in hand with a lot of your movements, especially squats. So for me, I do a lot of work without a belt, and that's so I can really strengthen my core and learn how to brace myself. So when I get under the bar, I take a deep breath, and then stand up under the weight. I take a few steps back, I get in position, and then sort of for me, when I brace, I take a deep breath and I just sort of push my stomach out a little bit, sort of my topper abs area. I push it out slightly and then tense my abs at the same time. And for me, that's sort of my version of bracing. And I keep the air in the whole time, and I squat all the way down and then, pause, come back up. When I get sort of 3/4 of the way up or a little bit more, that's when I sort of breathe out, and then I take a deep breath again and repeat the process over and over. With a weight belt, if you're wearing one, you're sort of pushing into the weight belt as well. I try and, avoid using a powerlifting belt or a weight belt as much as possible. I only use it in my, heavy singles when I'm using my knee wraps. Otherwise, I'm happy to max out without it. And it's just sort of a skill you learn over time. And for me, I found, once I got good at bracing, when I actually put the weight belt on and then my knee wraps, my squat got a significant increase. And that was simply because I learned how to control my, core really well. I just practice around, standing under weight as well. Feel what it feels like to press out into different areas of your abs, like pressing mid-ab or sort of lower, just when you're standing under weight. And you'll sort of get an idea of how things feel. For me, I sort of like pressing sort of more mid to top ab, pressing that out and then tensing. And that's sort of how I hold my tension and just brace. So, that's those two questions answered. If you guys have any other questions, feel free to comment below and I'll do my best to get back to them. Otherwise, have a great day wherever you are, and thanks for watching.